What a strange day it is, speaking to so many Arsenal fans already today and having to cheer on Tottenham. How does that make you feel?
It's a very interesting time to be an Arsenal fan when you're relying on Tottenham to do us a favour. There are positives, there are negatives. The positives are they've got a fantastic record against City, actually. I know City beat them in the FA Cup, but City haven't actually scored a goal. So that's an omen. But I'm a church believer, so I wasn't doing a few prayers yesterday. So hopefully Arsenal can get done a favour by our North London rivals.
You going to be cheering them on?
Cheering is a strong word, James. It's a strong word. I might have a wry smile if the result's going our way, and it might be a nervy 15-20 minutes, depending on the result.
As football fans, we watch our team play. When they score, we jump up and down usually. Do you think you're going to get those same feelings during the game if Tottenham do score?
I'm not too sure about that. But you know what? Because it's squeaky bum time now. Only one more game left after today. So if I put it on, I think it might be a bit of a nervous watch, watching Arsenal, our own team. But it's got to that stage now that you're having to rely. It's a shame that we haven't sort of in our own hands sort of thing. But you can't argue with what Arsenal have done the turn of the year. We've lost one league game. Only a couple of goals, Man City goals scored. Our goal difference is fantastic. I think we've got the best centre-back partnership in Europe, if I'm being honest. Might be biased, but the stats are there to prove it and performances. So relying on Tottenham, it's a tough one, man. But listen, we got hope. We have got hope.
You've got hope. Look, do you see this game as the one that is the chance for Manchester City to slip up? They've got West Ham, of course, still in the last game of the season, but it's at home. Is this the one? This is the crunch one?
Yeah, looking at City's running, to be honest with you, I think if they're going to drop points, it was always going to be their away games. I think Arsenal fans are probably thinking, maybe not the case where they sweated teams away, but their home games, I expect them to win Man City. I don't really expect anything from West Ham, if I'm going to be honest. I know it's Moyes' last game, might be surprised, but we'll channel the inner ghost of what happened with QPR Man City a few years ago. Hopefully it'll go our way, though.
Maybe it will. And what have you made of the noise from Tottenham fans? Because on the playing side, Ange Postecoglou came out very strong in his opinion and what he wants from his team. But the noise we're hearing from fans, and so many Tottenham fans, is that they're quite happy if Manchester City win because it messes Arsenal's chances of winning a Premier League title.
Oh, welcome to the content creating world, mate. With some of the fans, I get it, but I don't really get it. I think it's different for the players. They're professionals. They've still got an outside chance despite the result yesterday with Liverpool, Villa. But yeah, the players are professional. And you saw Ange Postecoglou's press conference. I think he got quite annoyed by the question because he's a top-level manager. You got a chance to get Champions League football. It's an outside chance. Let the fans do the talking and the players do the talking on the pitch, hopefully, for us.
What have you made of the fans talking, though? You say it's like concept, but there seems to be a huge amount of Tottenham fans speaking up, some season ticket holders, I've heard on the radio, friends of mine as well, Tottenham fans, they're still saying the same thing. They're like, I don't mind if we lose. Can you believe that as a football fan?
With certain football fans, I can. I guess it depends down to mentality. And I do know Tottenham fans that genuinely do feel like that. They would rather, I've heard them say it, they would rather they lose than to see Arsenal win the league when we beat them in North London derby. I won't mention names, obviously, but I've seen it from quite a few fans, which is an odd take. I think if you speak to some lifelong Tottenham fans, as much as they might dislike Arsenal, if you've got an opportunity to get in Champions League football and get more revenue in, I think you would take that begrudging Arsenal winning the league personally, but I don't think they feel like that with some of their hardcore fans.
And let's talk about Arsenal then. Yes. Look, what's been the difference for you this year? Because last year it slipped away towards the end, but this year, regardless of what happens tonight, it's going down to the last game of the season.
First key thing, experience. Another further year, another further season on players building relationships. And I think it's also a combination of the pain of not wanting to go through the same thing again. I know it's out of our hands, obviously, with this season, but it's experience and two words, Declan Rice. I've always liked Declan Rice as a player personally for England and when he's at West Ham. He's done even better than what I thought he would do. I think it's his best season in terms of goals and assists, double figures, for not playing in the position that he's probably used to in terms of the 8, even though Mikel's kind of pushed him there at parts of the season. He has been the difference maker, and I thought he would be in terms of us probably getting over the line and winning the league title, and obviously not forgetting our defence, which has been superb, because I remember the years in the doldrums of some of the defenders we had at our club, but we can't argue with our back four or back five, and it's been colossal. That's what will win your league titles, as well as scoring goals.
And I guess, look, let's go to Sunday. If Sunday's victorious or not, how would you assess this season?
Oh, burning question. People talk a lot about progress. People talk a lot about success, and that is the next key stage. Because unfortunately, the questions are still going to get asked when Arsenal don't get over the line. Despite the improvements from last season to this season, that's always going to be the burning question. But it's not in terms of success, in terms of I want the manager out. It's more in terms of building his CV, his profile, and also most importantly for the players to get a winning feeling, because there's not too many players in our first 11, probably even in the squad, that have had a winning feeling of winning silverware. So it's that next key step that Arsenal have got to make.
And finally then, mate, what's the message to the Spurs players tonight, to the Tottenham fans? You're going to be with them, supporting, cheering, chanting?
I might have a Rise little cheer, a little smile, a bit of drink to go down with it as well. But funny, like Jimmy Greaves said, the famous Jimmy Greaves did say, football is a funny old game, and I'll leave it at that.
We like that, mate. We like that a lot. Thank you. Appreciate you.